I would probably kept on burglarizing, kept on with the drugs. I did graduate. 4 days later, I decided to join the service. I never thought about the Navy before that. So yeah, it made me think about what my future was going to be. It definitely affected me because I think about it still to now, even to this day. Makes me want to be a law-abiding citizen.
Keep trying me, man. Get up, motherfucker, you think you're... Get out of here. Get up off that fucking bench.
10 years after Scared Straight, we interviewed Ed, who was still incarcerated at Rahway.
I do the best I can to serve my Lord and Savior. I know a lot of people might not want to hear that, you know, coming from a convict, but that's the way it is, and I have to be truthful about it. I was carrying a gun and drinking at the same time, and I went off the deep end one day, and I wound up shooting and killing somebody. I'm most proud of that I had an opportunity while in prison to do a film like this, like Scared Straight, to reach out to youngsters. I mean, it's really something to take a life, now you're trying to give back a life. What I'm least proud of in my life is that I hurt my family by committing my crime and wound up losing my wife and my children and everything else that goes with it. You know.
In 1996, after serving 22 years in prison for a double murder, and just 3 weeks before his release from a halfway house, Ed was changing a flat tire when he suffered a heart attack and died. He was 58 and left behind 3 children. Not everyone was scared straight after their confrontation with the lifers.
I said, how did you feel? You gonna do something about that? No.
The visit to Rahway, did it change you?
No.
Frank is 36 years old and married with 3 children. He's now a shipping supervisor for a textile company. For 9 years after his Rahway visit, Frank took illegal bets as a bookie, until one day the law caught up with him.
All of a sudden, some guy came by my house, and before I knew it, I was in my garage with like 10 guns in my head. And I was just like, take me, don't you know, I give up.
A lot of people were doing the same kind of stuff you were doing, a lot of your friends. They went through this program and they stopped doing them. You didn't. Why you?
I was doing it for so long, the money was coming in, I was living pretty good, and I didn't think I was gonna get caught. I thought I was like invincible, I was gonna get away with murder or whatever, you know. Well, not murder, but that's just the saying, and they got me.
What do you think would have happened to you had you not been arrested at that time?
I could be dead. I don't know. When I faced it in real life, that's when I stopped.
When it happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, I would never, ever do anything like that again. That's what scared me straight. When the judge said 5 years, Trenton State Prison. Now, I just try to live a good life. Watch my kids grow up, try to steer them in the right direction.
The only thing that the prison got to offer is aggravation, humiliation, degradation, alienation. That's all the prison got to give a motherfucker.
Greg has served time for murder, armed robbery, and other crimes. 10 years after filming Scared Straight, we did a follow-up interview with him. He was still in prison.
What hurts me the most is since I've been incarcerated, I've lost my mother. And she has been the greatest support that I've had. Your mother could die, or your father can die while you're locked up. And that's the worst feeling in the world, not being there.
Greg has been out of prison since 1996. He's 46 years old and has been behind bars 20 of his adult years. Greg now works as a counselor at a drug rehabilitation center and is earning college credits toward a degree. He has 2 teenage children.
Regretfully, my first major crime was a murder. I destroyed a life, I disrupted a family, and I stagnated and tore my own life apart. I think drugs was the primary force as to why I really got involved in all the things that I did. I used heroin, cocaine, I smoked marijuana. In fact, I did everything. I've been shot 4 times. I've been hit with a hatchet. I've been stabbed with a K5. I've been in a running shootout with the police. As you see here, I have a scar on my face that came from a shootout. I've overdosed 3 times on drugs. And Yeah, I've been in some close encounters of the worst kind.
There's such a difference in you from the time I saw you 20 years ago and the time I saw you 10 years ago.
I've been free of drugs since 1994, on the streets since 1996, and this is the longest that I've ever been substance abuse free. And I'm having the best time of my life, clean and sober. Since I've been free of drugs, it feels exhilarating. You know, to try to find a feeling word is like almost difficult to find, right? Because it's such a new feeling, right? But I'm getting used to wearing this feeling. And I'm fortunate to still be alive today to give some positive back to somebody else that's going through the same path that I had went on.
Speak it up. 6. I said speak it up, monkey mouth. Speak it up. 6.
Patty is a widow raising 3 daughters. She's 36, works as a waitress, and hasn't been in trouble with the law in the last 20 years.
Put no damn tears in your eyes. What the fuck I care about some tears?
How likely is it that you would do illegal things now?
I won't. I'm happy I went to Rahway. Even though I didn't like it, I think it influenced my life. I think it made it better. It did good for me.
No punch. You kill me. Motherfucker punch. Go ahead.
I hit you, you kill me.
Roy's 38, lives with his girlfriend, and is an automobile leasing agent.
I hung out in the parks, drank a lot in the parks. The only crime that they ever put me down for, and when they said, you're on your way, was conspiracy to a bomb scare.
You need protection, don't you?
Yeah.
Come here. Nobody gonna bother you. Stay with me. Grab that. Grab it, motherfucker! Grab it!
There wasn't much chance of one of my buddies bailing me out on that one.
You just bought this. I can do bad by my motherfucking self. Go over there with him. You belong to him now.
After the experience at the Lifers group, I lost the girlfriend. I had to put up with a lot of jokes that were not very pleasant. I had to carry a pack of cigarettes just to show that I was worth at least 20 of them.
Although Roy remained law-abiding after Rahway, he continued to drink.
I had an arrest back in '85 for drunken driving. In '87, I realized that I had a drinking problem, and it wasn't going to get any better, and I might need a little support, so I did go to AA, and things have gotten better.
How long has it been?
12 years. Not a drop since 1987. I am going to no one's prison. I've been through the Lifers program. I don't want to be one of the Lifers in the program.
You need the money that badly?
It's just too lazy to work.
10 years after his visit to Rahway, we did a follow-up interview with Ken.
What kinds of things happened after the Rahway program?
Did a lot of burglaries, a lot of drugs, just a lot of trouble.
How do you think the Rahway prison program changed you or helped you?
I don't think it did.
Need some help, sucker? That's right. Now, I took that.
To get money for drugs, Ken continued to steal and was sentenced to county jail numerous times. But 10 years ago, he was trying to change.
Ken, how you doing now?
Great.
Ken had been married just 3 years when in 1995, he died of an AIDS-related illness. He was 34 years old.
I kick ass, you know, and if I get my ass beat, don't mean the shit, because, hey, I'm coming back, you know.
John has transformed himself from a criminal to a Christian. He works as a metal shop mechanic, but he also preaches the gospel and teaches kung fu. John is 35 years old, married, and the father of 6 children.
I committed more crimes than I want to remember. I had such a string of crime, right, that if I did not commit a crime the next day, to me, I didn't feel good. Something was wrong with me. It was an adrenaline rush. It was an escape, you know. But inside of here, it was just because I had a lot of pain and didn't know how to talk about it.
What did you get the last time you got busted? How much money did you get? $20 goddamn dollars.
Damn. Wake-up call. If the Lifers group was not there to talk to me,